Hey Storm fans, Bryant Cook. Tonight we are playing Historic on Match of the Gathering Arena, not online, Arena. So in my last Dragonstorm video, I played straight blue-red. Izzet Dragonstorm. Tonight we are playing Jeskai Dragonstorm. That means we're running some white cards. Mainly this splashes for Thrilling Discovery, but then Rip Apart. Rip Apart just literally is the perfect card for this deck. It answers Grafdigger's Cage, Rest in Peace, Thalia, Archon of Emeria, everything. So I've been really impressed with Rip Apart so far. And then we also get a sweet Day of Judgment, Solve the Equation tutor target, which I've liked. So I found that with the white in the deck, I've actually been winning a little bit more with Dragonstorm. I have 4-color here, but it's only because there's technically black for Bladewing. It's really Jeskai. But I've been liking this list quite a bit. And in the board, we also get Dovin's Veto over a copy of Negate. I found that in the control matchups, these are better than Negate, so I'm running 2 of these and 1 Negate due to... it would be 3, but like Negate can get you out of some sticky situations where maybe you don't have as much white mana available. More copies of Rip Apart, I love it. Mystical Dispute, and then down here at the bottom it's hidden. There's a Mizzix Parent that's a spicy Dragonstorm target in the control matchups. So this is what we're running tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I don't have a whole lot to say about the list, to be honest. It's pretty close to what we ran last time, except with these new white cards. Yeah. If you have a better suggestion for the mana base, I'm willing to listen. I kind of just came up with this. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's probably serviceable. If you have any strong opinions on making it better, feel free to let me know. And if you're unfamiliar, we just added memberships. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to do that down below. But right next to that subscribe button is the join button. You can become a member of this channel, unlock sweet emotes, badges, and more. I'd appreciate it, but it's not obligated. And if you're already a member and subscribed and all that good stuff, make sure you like and comment. Help me get into that YouTube algorithm. Yeah, I'm not going to do the donation deck stuff. I'm sure you know. And you can always go to theepicstorm.com/shop. I just want to get playing some Historic tonight, play some Arena. We're playing in a Historic event tonight, so we'll play until we get 2 losses. Yeah, so I will see you in round number 1. Welcome to round number 1. We're on the draw, and we have, you kind of want a Bladewing to Dragonstorm into. It's a part of how we win. So this is actually a little bit awkward. So in order for this hand to win, we'd need to brainstorm back one of these Bladewings most likely. And I wanted to mention this, and I forgot in the intro, we were playing 2 copies of Bladewing, and it's something that was overlooked in our first video. 2 copies of Bladewing and a Terror of the Peaks is actually infinite damage, so you don't even need to worry about hitting a higher storm count. On the draw, I think I'm going to ship this. It's just, it needs too much work. This is great. I will keep this. And we can get rid of Solve the Equation because we have literally everything we want other than a 3rd land. A 3rd land would give us Prismari Command, which would accelerate us into the Mizzix Mastery. So we're definitely looking to draw one of those. Okay, Abundant Harvest. And there's the land. Happy to pick that up. Let's just play this tapped. So this Mystical Dispute's not going to be good in this matchup. So we opened up our 2 of that wasn't great. I was actually playing 3 Dispute, but I found that online there's not that many blue decks at the moment, which is why my board is mostly aimed at beating those decks. And I'm just going to play these out, because these will guarantee come into play tapped, where I could just shock myself on turn 4 for this. Yeah, so next turn we're looking to cast Prismari Command. Taking 2 from Pyromancer here, not a big deal. We don't care about 2 damage. Alright, what are they doing now? Croxa. I would love to discard my Dragonstorm. Thank you. Anything else? A card that I don't want to say out loud, maybe? Cost 1 black. Ooh, Cling to Dust. That was brutal. Should have played around it, clearly. think we're just gonna pass here. So now we have to find another copy of Dragonstorm. It's kind of brutal, because if I had held it and just discarded the dispute, we'd have... I guess they would have clung me in response to mastery, which is way worse. Let's just kill the Pyro. So there, and then let's loot. Day of Judgment's a good one. But we don't have white, which is kind of an issue. Okay, looting. Do I even want to play that? Oh, let's do it. Well. Alright, so I can likely flashback Dragonstorm next turn. I guess I shouldn't discard a mastery in case of Thoughtseize, so I'll do this. Play this tapped. So if you discard Mizzix Mastery, it would actually give you an extra storm count because you can target the mastery itself, and that would just create more storm. Nothing in this hand. Get out of here, Velky. This card's so busted. Alright, so they're not going to be clinging from graveyard this turn. They could have one in hand. Nope, they're just putting Lurrus in, so we have a window here. Okay. We have the loop. Alright, so we target Dragonstorm. So this is going to make Storm 2. So the first one gets Terror of the Peaks. And then the second one gets Bladewing, and then we have our infinite damage loop. If you get the Bladewing first, I think what ends up happening is the legend roll doesn't work in our favor. Because we never get to put Terror into place, we just keep on looping the same Bladewing over and over. So now we keep on taking action and we have infinite damage. Pretty sweet. First game, infinite damage, I love it. Okay, so that's 20. We can probably target something else now. Alright, so now these will resolve. Our opponent will take 22, and we have one game number 1. I'm sorry, 20, not 22. Pretty sweet. So anger seems great here. I like the Day of Judgment, and Rip Apart seems good. I do not want Soul Guide Lantern. We can get rid of these mystical disputes. Honestly, I think we probably just want more good cards in our deck. I don't think we want to solve the equation. Just because, like, it's such a bad tempo play to play solve and then get hit by Thoughtseize. Like, it's just such a feel bad. And we can probably board in the Niv here. It's just like another Dragonstorm target in case the game goes long. We can also hard cast it, pick off, you know, Pyromancer and some other stuff. Helps beat graveyard hate. Just seems pretty easy to me. Let's submit that. Come on, Moody Skulls. Keep. Alright, so 2 games in a row we have not opened up on a white source. I haven't had it happen before this match, to be honest, but it's not the end of the world. We don't need the white source on turn 2. Wonder what they take here. Brainstorm? Most likely. It could be Rip Apart, I guess. I think Brainstorm. Ooh. Well, now they look like a genius. Okay. So that's the first white source towards Day of Judgment. And now the Thoughtseize. I guess I could have held up Brainstorm to protect Mastery. And another Thoughtseize. Wow. Okay. So they're telling us, I don't think you're going to hit the white sources for this Day of Judgment. Or this Day of Judgment will not matter. Dread Horde. Come on, Rip Apart. No Rip Apart here. Let's get rid of these. Now we can fetch for a white source. So we're going to get hit by Thoughtseize next turn, so we don't actually want to draw Mastery here. Okay, so we can keep an answer any way that our opponent tries to stop us. We either have Rip Apart for Dread Horde, or we have Day of Judgment. And it looks like our opponent has a Cling based on their actions. They're looking at our graveyard. So to me that says Cling. Cling is a really good card against us. Going to 10. Yeah, they definitely have Cling. They purposely tap to leave a black up. Terror the Peaks. See if we can draw into something good. We're just gonna get hit by Thoughtseize next turn, so it's like sort of a feel bad. Not casting the... So if they play Thoughtseize here... Okay. You got me. I have nothing. They're at 8 life, but we're not likely going to be able to like burn them out. Other Croxa, sure. I guess there's no harm in holding this land. We have like Faithless Looting and Shared Discovery. It just makes sense to hold it. Maybe they'll burn an Inquisition here. Grizzly Salvage, okay, that does fuel the Dread Horde. And Croxa. The Ooze is not what we want to see here. Interesting. So if they name land here, they can play Ooze and then have... Okay. Well, they didn't name land. They could have had Ooze up this turn. Maybe they already have a land? No. So I'm going to hold these for a possible Shared Discovery. That's interesting. They're just going for burn. Okay. Yeah, the Ooze is gonna wrap this game up. Ah, turn too late. All right. Womp womp. That happens. Nothing to be too upset about. Yeah, I'm just gonna resubmit. A lot of discard from the opponent. Makes keeping any hand with the actual action spells fairly risky. You get to be on the play. Ugh. Brutal. This seems fine. Get rid of Dragonstorm, I suppose. We do have a basic Plains in the deck, so we can get that with the Fabled Passage into turn 2 Thrilling Discovery. You get a Thrilling Discovery. Okay, so now we go get our white source. Looting. Not really a great card here, but we need to discard those two. Okay, that wasn't bad. Next turn we can Thrilling Discovery again. And the Thoughtseize. So I guess we could Faithless Looting. Thrilling Discovery is better because it's not card disadvantage. Interesting that they took Looting. Maybe they have another discard spell and it just doesn't matter? Okay. I'm just gonna cast this. I don't really want Prismari Command. I'd rather guarantee land 3 than anything else. Sure. Next turn we can flashback Looting, help dig for Mizzix Mastery. Pretty stock graveyard so far. Ding! I mean, I guess they could have... They probably have it. No! This is a win then. So we get Bladewing. Now the second one gets Bladewing. Get out of here! Storm Chew, that's all we needed. And just like that, we're 1-0. Wooch, wooch! Dragonstorm! Round number 2, we're on the play. Why not? Let's see what happens. You can scream at your computer, but I can't hear you. We can hardcast Terror of the Peaks. How bad could it possibly be? Pretty bad was the actual answer. Alright. Yikes. Alright, let's draw a Thrilling Discovery. Cold Shot. Keeping the Fabled Passage in case we draw Brainstorm, I think. Or should I just discard this Terror? That's probably just the right move. Okay. Could have disputed that. I want to save the dispute for Narset. There's no reason to counter a Brainstorm. It's just... Narset is an actual issue where if I counter this, I could get really punished. So I'm playing a little bit conservatively. Alright, Fabled Passage happens. Yep. sure. Well, you're getting countered. Get out of here, swarming entity. So let's go get... I guess we should get Dragonstorm because that's a card we want to discard. Punished. Always punished. Big dummy. So frustrating. Could have gotten mastery. Just didn't do it. Alright, so this turn if we brainstorm into mastery, we'll win. Come on, Mizzix mastery. Ding. Get rid of this Dragonstorm. And the vents. Built-in shuffle effect. Good games. I should say good game singular. It's only game one. I should quit trash talking because I'm going to get punished. Alright, so terror. Terror. Now Bladewing. Okay. Keep this one. And this will do. We're the dragon deck. Get out of here. Izzet Blitz? How? Okay. So we've taken game number one. I imagine that the disputes are pretty good here. I don't think I want to open speed. I didn't actually mean to click on that. I want the rip aparts. I think solve is going to be a little too clunky, so I'm going to get rid of that. And do I think I'm ever going to cast Day of Judgment? Probably not. So I'm just going to try this out. Really clean deck list, a bunch of 4-ubs. You know, just doing our game plan the best we can while interacting with Rip Apart and Mystical Dispute. I think that those are two of the better cards in the format as far as like versatility goes for this archetype specifically. Rip Apart just like does everything. If I could play it in Legacy, if the Epic Storm played white, I'd probably be playing Rip Apart. And Mystical Dispute's just like a multi-format all-star. Like, it sees play from Vintage to Pioneer. It's just a terrific Magic card. Big fan. If you're unfamiliar, the epicstorm.com/shop has a mini token pack. For $12, you get 54 Storm tokens. Paper Play is returning. Make sure to get your Storm tokens while we still have them in stock. We have about 25 or 26 of these left. And you get 20 Storm, 10 black, 10 red, 5 blue, 3 of the rest, 54 Goblin tokens on the back. And they're mini, they're half the size of a standard Magic the Gathering card. Once again, the epicstorm.com/shop. Okay, game 2, we're on the draw. This hand seems fine to me. Let's just draw White Source off the top, make this easy. Opponent took a mulligan. The white cards really do make this deck better, in my opinion. Next turn we can rip apart whatever creature they play. No creature. I wonder if I should still Thrilling Discovery. Probably. Get that basic planes. Okay, get rid of Looting and Terror. And Thrilling Discovery is such a good card. You can have a Looting. I'll allow it. So they can't play Stormwing this turn, which is a good sign for us. So I think I might actually just flashback looting, trying to get ahead a little. Find me that Dragonstorm. No dice. We'll get rid of Vents and the Mountain. Kind of a bummer. Didn't hit there, but it's fine. Rip apart incoming. Maybe I shouldn't have played it as a white source there. Didn't matter. Okay. Prismari Command was a draw that I don't mind. Removal, also filtering to help find that Dragonstorm to allow us to win. All that good stuff. Bladewing, gross. We'll play this one as a mountain. Just pass the turn. Really don't want this to get disputed. Looting, sure. Oh, it's a flashback looting. Okay. Interesting that they discarded Mystical Dispute. Target player and make a treasure. Does this resolve? Really? No fear. Do I want land 6? I don't think so. Let's cast Discovery. Just digging here. Start hard casting dragons. Let's do it. Maybe I should have held on to it because I like if I held on to it, I was only a land drop away from hardcasting mastery. Our opponent's just gonna concede. Sure, the peak's too strong. But yeah, maybe I was supposed to hold on to it and then next turn just like flashback or overload Mizzix mastery to go wild. But I'll take it. We're 2-0, round 3 coming up. Thrun the Troll. We're on the play. Keep. Seems great. Although we need to use this Needle Verge as a white source, so we're not going to play that to cast the looting. I'd rather shock. Alright, Dragonstorm Bladewing. Now we just need to find mastery. Brainstorm's a good draw. Alright, I like solve the equation. That wasn't bad. Honestly, I feel like we could probably get rid of the discovery, maybe? Or the command. I want to keep all the lands. I think it's probably this. Because we can use Prismari Command on the end step against a blue deck to make that 5th mana, so that way we can mastery with Dispute back up. Alright, let's just pass here. Alright, so they're not a control deck. Void aggro, okay. Is it better to just go get my Dragonstorm here? Or my mastery here? I guess so, because it just like guarantee wins next turn, right? Yeah, I think it's just like the better play. As much as I love killing white creatures, I think this is just the better line. Archon. Yep, so now we have to find our Day of Judgment. And I could have held up Dispute for that. God. Ah. Alright, 2 damage and draw 2 discard. We have to find the day. We also need a second white source. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to just pass. Okay, so Sol finds day. Um, just really slow. um, I didn't actually want to play that. I guess we can kill that, make a white treasure. All right, then next turn we solve the equation. All right, maybe we stand a chance. There's the day. I really hope so. This could have been Wrath of God, but I don't have one, and I didn't want to spend a wild card. So I hope I don't get burned here. I also need to draw another land. I'm currently 1 mana short of doing both of these. Wrong land deck. It's just mean. Let's flashback looting, I guess. Alright, don't punish me. Company? Gross. And I'm dead. I needed that untapped land right there. Yep. This game was probably my own fault for not just holding up Dispute. I should have thought of Archon. Alright, so we want the other day. Probably want this anger. Actually, let's do 2 solve. I think Prismari Command like isn't the best in this matchup, so maybe we keep the solves. Let's try this out. I need to play better. I feel like that loss was my own fault. I could have just held up Dispute if I had thought of Archon, and that game probably would have been very easily winnable. So I could hold this Fabled Passage for Brainstorm, but I think it's better to play it on turn 1 because then we're not double shocking for Rip Apart. Alright, our opponent's taking a mulligan here. Now they're on 5. Okay, so we need to draw a Thrilling Discovery, most likely. Sure. I'm just gonna get a mountain here. Ding. think that's probably the safest play. Okay. So now we go get mastery. So if they just passed here, they likely have collected company. So now my spell just cost a bunch. Okay, so we have the island. There's one other island in the deck. Maybe put back the 2 lands here. I probably don't need 2 Dragonstorm, actually. If that's the case, I should put back this. So I think that's actually the correct brainstorm. Let's get rid of this. It's not going to make this any cheaper, but I just don't want to... I probably don't need to fetch now. It's fine, whatever. I just didn't want to take the 3 damage off it. Alright, going to 15. And they have a collected company. I like the day draw. That was actually pretty good. So next turn I can Day of Judgment. So if they like collect a company here into the Archon, I can Day. And I can't cast this, I think. So I got punished. I wasn't even thinking about Thalia. I have to click decline, okay. Alright, well, I have Day next turn. I'll have to remember that if there's a hypothetical game 3. Oh, wow. They're down to 1 card in hand. This is going to be tough. So we're likely taking 7 next turn, going to 4. Then they can pump 2 here, putting me to 2, and they chose not to. So they must have another collected company. Yep. Just too disruptive. And that's going to be the match. Alright, so I guess we're dead. I don't need to concede. We are now 2-1. Bummer. Pretty lucky. We're on the play again. Let's see if we can get another win. Alright, so this hand is really stacked. We just need to draw a white source for this Thrilling Discovery. We have a couple draws to hit it. We don't necessarily need it on turn 2, but obviously it's best on turn 2 if we rip it. Not there, but we can discard a couple of these, and there's our white source. Now we play this, and I'm just going to fetch immediately, because I'm lazy. Okay. This way I just don't have to click through and it's annoying to do so. Sure, you can have your shade. Discovery. Bladewing and Dragonstorm. Give me 3 cards. That was actually not the best. Player land tapped here. Next turn we have the Mastery. We only have 1 dragon in our deck. Does that mean I have to... Hold on. We only have the 1 dragon. Oh, wow. So, what does that mean? I think it means that I'm supposed to just Mastery for 2 dragons. And by that, I mean, like, I'm going to get Bladewing and then get another dragon. The only dragon in the deck. Sad. That's it. Instead of having a win, we just, like, have the possibility of losing here. But we do get to slam back-to-back Terror of the Peaks the next 2 turns, which is apparently good enough for us to win this game. Wow. So Anger probably seems pretty good against the Shade deck. We do not want Mystical Dispute, that's for sure. Get out of here, Reddit. Rip Apart. I don't know if we want Day of Judgment. That's probably a card that can go. Yeah, this seems strong to me. I'm just going to submit this. And you can see how great the white cards are so far. This is only match number 4, but Rip Apart and Thrilling Discovery are just like 2 of the best cards in the deck. It really makes this deck feel better. Like, I was pretty hesitant to play a Jeskai list, which is why I ran Izzet last time. But once I tried the Jeskai list, I was fairly impressed. So even if I lose this match and finish this event 2-2, you should definitely try out this list and see how powerful these white cards actually are. Alright, so can't keep this. Just not strong enough. Another 1-lander. Alright, don't judge me. We're going to rip land 2 off the top rope. It's going to be a white source. Okay, well, we still have another turn to hit it. Don't fret. Okay. Yikes. Okay, I lied. There was reason to fret. Game 3. If we hit the white source, the hand is just amazing. Resubmit. I don't think there's anything wrong with our configuration. Maybe I should have just gone to 5. Sort of a bummer. I will play first. This is just insulting. Sure. I don't think this hand's very good, if I'm being honest. I don't really want to cast this looting. In fact, if I could fetch it away, I would. And it looks like they're going to take my brainstorm here, most likely. You're going to take command? Okay, they did choose on that. Probably should have held my land until after I played looting. So, alright, that was a good draw, because now the solve the equation will be on tap next turn. Alright, we just have to draw into Dragonstorm with this command. Okay, well, they couldn't take that. Dragonstorm? No Dragonstorm. Rip apart and... yeah. Is it not? Okay, sorry. My mic is like right here, so I was needed to make sure that I wasn't like clicking on something else. All right. So we can fetch Brainstorm, protect Mizzix Mastery too, which is kind of nice here. All right. Let's Brainstorm fetch, see what we can do. Um, I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Not sure what the play. Like, I think I'm probably casting this command. Like, if they activate this, I'm going to kill the Shade and draw 2. Because otherwise, we're dead in 2 turns. Alright, so 2 damage to Shade, and we'll draw 2, discard 2. Come on, Dragonstorm. No Dragonstorm. Oh, this thing has Vigilance. Good play by the opponent. Alright, so same play here. We're just trying to draw into... Yikes. Let's think about this, actually. So, if I kill this, they can still deal me 7 next turn. Alright, so before this resolves, I think I'm supposed to cast this, because if I draw into a Brainstorm, I could set it up a little differently. Let's make a Treasure and draw 2, discard 2. Really? Yes, we hit. Okay. When I discard a card, we'll discard the Needle Verge. Is there really no other dragon in here? Wow. So I think we're actually just dead. And we didn't draw a spell to increase our storm count either. Is there another mastery in here? I don't think there is. Sort of a bummer. I've played my land. So I was thinking if I played this, target this, I could make a treasure. But I don't think that does it. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Okay, so I think we're supposed to try to, like, just kill their creatures. There's no dragons in the graveyard. We're just dead to a removal spell. Yep, so now we're dead. And that's the video. We're 2-2. I feel like the last two losses were my own fault. I kept that second hand. Maybe I should have just gone to 5 and then not keeping open dispute. So I'm sorry that we went 2-2. I think this deck list is better than that. Let me know what you think. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take care. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.